Good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. We are the boys from the Baltic Star, and we play narrative games. And normally at the weekends, on Fridays and Saturdays, that means we play tabletop role playing games. But at other times, most notably on Mondays, we play narrative computer games. And when I say we are a little collective, but there's another sort of we being implied tonight. Because tonight, though I appear alone, my name's Ben, by the way, I have a little voice in my head which tells me what to do when I get stuck on games like this, because I know very little about this game, and I've recruited an expert, a friend of the channel called Socks. Good evening, Socks. How are you?
I'm taking issue with several of the words you used, but I'm fine apart from that. Thank you. Hello.
Was it expert and things like that?
Expert, and also, being the we. Context as king in this one. No, I'm thrilled to be here with you. I'm very excited to see what you get up to next. I think you've done really well in the first session. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to chilling out. It's much cooler now. So yeah, lying back, having a couple of hours of watching you Banner Saga your way to potential glory. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Well, let's find out if I have any actual competence in this game going forward. The story so far is that we basically blundered from combat to combat while trying to find our way around this ancient Norse realm that we're in, with some interesting monsters as part of our party. I don't think monsters is quite the right word, is it?
No, they're Val, they're giants, they're big, huggable, kill you in a blink of an eye types.
Yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
which is the way I like huggable people to be. Violent. Yeah, that's always the way to go.
As long as you're our violent huggy type, it's fine.
Exactly.
You know.
Yes, exactly right. Okay. Um, so, we are currently with our second party in camp, and we've rested, so I think it may be time to leave, because we're being pursued, aren't we, if I remember?
We are. We've got some nasties called the Dredge after us.
Yeah.
And they're out to do some not very fun stuff.
Okay. Caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. We've seen the dredge, we don't wish to meet them alone. If you'll let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons. I will ask them what they're doing here alone, first of all.
Okay.
Here hunting food when the dredge found our village. When we returned... ... You know what? I think I am going to allow them to join us.
Nice.
Okay, we restock supplies at the watering hole. That's useful. And we get more renown and more fighters. This is excellent stuff.
It is.
I'm clearly doing brilliantly at this.
Well, what I found really interesting is this game presupposes a number of ways you'll be the disposition you'll have towards, for example, a group of NPCs showing up on the road.
Mm.
It assumes you're going to treat them with either hostility or suspicion, and it assumes that your initial response is going to be outward. So there's always, well, almost always, a response that's like, rah, violence, thuggery, saying mean things. But then also they give you a slightly more unusual one, which is like a more reflective or more reserved way of replying to a situation, which you don't often see in a lot of video games. Normally they're about action and driving forward. Whereas this one is obviously about going forward. It's a road movie.
Yeah, yes.
But it's more about the interplay between the characters and how you build those relationships, as well as how you manage to continue a journey.
Yes. Yeah, which I think is a strength of this type of game, actually. That you can direct so much of the content by your conversational choices, if you like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so during a rest, one of the men gets too drunk, ends up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl
Ooh,
erupts.
I mean, who hasn't, to be fair?
Yeah, indeed. The instigator, Raffensvarta, is tossed to the ground at your feet, angry clansman looking for satisfaction. His personal defence is little more than drooling mumbles. To be fair, he's been knocked about a bit. So what do we want? I'm not going to laugh off a failure like that. I will try to coerce a public apology out of him if he was the instigator. Okay, he yells repeatedly sorry. Folks shake their heads, but oh, that's disappointing. Oh well, didn't improve morale. Still, you never know, he might be deeply loyal to me now.
Maybe. You never know.
The caravan is
Thanks for
visibly
trying.
relieved to find a small village on the right way to Frostvella, with beds and fresh supplies. While we set up, the locals are shocked by the news. Okay.
I used to often forget which party I was playing, so I would play Rook as like big and brash, like rah! And of course he doesn't have the size for that kind of a game. And then I'd play the Varl terribly sympathetically, which is more wish fulfillment than anything on my part.
Yes.
I just want big nice giants, please.
Yeah. I think while we're here, taking a look at the market is worth a thing. Okay. One renown gets 3 things. +2 strength or +2 armor. Oh. Yes, some armor, I think. For 6 renown. Yeah, we're actually doing okay on renown, I think. So we'll do that. And then, if I go here, is this where I can equip it with somebody? This looks right. So, we have Alette. She's already got a thing.
Yes.
Rook. His armour is not all that great, is it? 8 of 11. Yeah, okay. I have a 14 of 17. The question is, do I need to bolster his tanking ability? I think it's probably better off giving it
Well,
to...
you have to you have to consider who else you've got, and what situations you might end up needing them in.
Oh, must be rank 3. Fair enough.
Item too powerful.
Okay, I don't have a rank 3 yet. Fair enough. That's all right.
Yeah, maybe think of Spengler and Ghostbusters.
It
Whoa! Too powerful.
15% dodge. We can do that one though, so... Nope, she's rank 1, but we do have... Not sure dodge is going to be his strong suit. He's a big lad.
He is a big boy.
All right.
But also, you can hold them in pocket until you've had a couple more fights and your people have leveled up well enough.
Yes, fair enough. Okay, let's press on. My name is Hogan. My brother is Mogan. Many from the village wish to join you to Frostvella. A third man Exuding rage tells Hogan to shut his mouth. That's...
Well, that's Luke. I'm sorry. If you ever watch this, Luke, I am sorry. It is definitely not you, which is why it's so funny. Definitely Luke.
Town leader says they've been trying to...
Even looks like Luke. Look at him. Put a baseball hat on him.
Yeah.
Luke.
You're right.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah.
I feel
True, you
that's
can
you
keep
in about
whoever
6
wants to
months.
stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skoga. I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert. Armed thugs is a problem. Nobody leaves.
Cheerful lot, aren't they?
They are. I mean, I tend to agree there won't be much left to tend once the dredge arrive, but I don't really want to be the one who makes that call.
I have a feeling if you don't, nobody else will.
Yeah.
Is the thing. And sometimes you've just got to muscle up and take it on the chin, haven't you? But I feel like I'm coercing you.
No,
Do what you want.
this is my first instinct. It could lead to serious combat, of course. I don't know what the scam is this time, Hogan, but you've got two choices.
Rude.
Get back to work or I'm finally putting you in the ground. Mogan, what do you say? Thought it was unfair he only asked me. The brothers are significantly outnumbered.
Oh,
I think I'll make a poor farmer.
I agree.
What is this thing about a fair fight? If a fight is fair, you've done something really wrong in the planning.
Which sort of sums up your entire approach to Traveller.
It does, yes.
Oh, really? The path of least resistance?
I'm not sure. Hang on a second.
Do you sort of wish... I wish Luke was here to see you be so indecisive.
The
Because I don't think it's a
reality
look
is-
that we see very often on you.
You see, the problem here is this.
Oh, little frog's here. Hello, friend.
Hello, Goldfrog. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us.
Goldfrog has also played this game
The problem
exclusively,
is
more
that
than me.
the options 2 and 3,
Mhm.
neither of those are the reasons, if you know what I mean, that I would choose that side. I want to do 3, side with the brothers, but the reason I want to do that is not because to make it a fair fight. It's because I don't think anyone should be detained against their will, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So we're going to try it. As you pull your axe, you notice that Alette is nowhere to be seen. She's got her only equipped item. Okay. So does this mean I can
You
deploy
can muscle up.
these people? Which I can.
I'd currently like to forward the notion that we call them Chaz and Day from now on. Yeah, 2 boys. And they're blondes. Woohoo!
Oh, no, didn't want that. Hang on a second. There we go. All right. Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
This could be where the whole game comes to a crashing end as I fail dismally.
It's okay. There are moments when it's supposed to, and then you have to be like, oh, damn it, I'm going to do this better next time. But, you know, I think I'm not going to say what I think.
4 down there, 1 up there. Okay. All right. Let's go. I can't get into range, but maybe what I can do is draw the attack if it's coming from those guys.
So remember that in your first fight with Alette, she got seriously pounded because we positioned her badly. But then in the last fight, we managed to save our range without having to move them too much and lose their bonuses. So I think you've got this. Honestly, I'm confident. But also pouring myself a stiff drink. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that.
I feel that may be wise. Okay. Okay. So if we were to attack this guy, all right. Hold on a second. You can randomly attack. 4 attacks at 1 strength or break, each 1 per adjacent ally on last hit. Okay, no. Let's try and okay, so that guy can move to a sensible location and still open fire, so we're going to do that. Let's split the range. 70%, or take his armor down. Okay, this guy's taking a bit of a pounding now. So I'm lacking confidence in this. Let's see. Okay. One second.
Yeah, you're fine.
here. No, not worth doing that. That might be a force multiplier, but I think we're actually going to go with a basic one of those. Yeah. And then,
Hi, Mirko. Welcome back. How's your week been? I hope you're all right.
okay. That doesn't appear to allow me an attack for some reason. Oh, is that guy already done?
Right.
Okay, let me do this then. Hang on a second. So if we move, I'm going to be behind that guy. Let's do that. Then attack, and hopefully,
Nice. Ah, she's got one under her belt. Okay here. Big weekend for music fans, and it's much cooler than it was last week. So I think generally people who don't love the sun are doing much better, to be honest.
okie dokie. So if I hit that one, that's a lot. Hit that one. Okay. Move to start with. Put this guy here. Then we can attack. Not sure if she's in range, but we'll try.
Ooh. This could be
Potentially in
definitive.
range.
Oh, what were you worrying about, Mr. Slide?
Various things, as it turns out. Let's at least trim him to the point where he's going to be weak.
Well, we do have a problem with the big fella on the ground. But
We do, though if it's like previous combats, he will in fact recover if I can give him some rest.
It's so joyous, that trumpet salute. Ta-da! Thrasher? Oh, yeah.
A couple of promotions, but Mogan has been injured, and so has my Iva. Still, got that renown back, that's not too bad.
Yeah. No worse.
Soon many villagers have joined the caravan.
He did get the twins in, and he really really laboured over that decision. That was a good 5-minuter, I'd say.
So why is Alette gone missing? Find her watching from afar. Afar's no use, Alette. I could have used you. Hogan returns, introducing you to his son and wife, and soon he's head out again. Okay. When you stop for a rest, Oddleaf approaches Alette and me. Okay. Alette, I have something for you. She's gathered up the long banner from the caravan and passes it to Alette. Okay. Yeah, what is this about? I was hoping you'd start the banner with everything that's happened since we left Skoga. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. And she leaves before I can even ask her what the hell she's talking about. Okay. Dad, are you the
Yes, because what you
chieftain?
need in time of crisis while fleeing for your life is quilting. I mean, they did it in Bayou, why not?
If someone asks me if I'm the chieftain, this is like that moment in Ghostbusters, isn't it? If someone asks if you're a god, you say yes. It sure looks that way.
Oh,
Then
let's
that
hope there's
means...
a 4 feet above the covers moment.
Well, Alette unfurls the banner. Oddleaf has been teaching me how to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mum? On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who've lived in Skoga throughout the years. Okay. I wish she was here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. Yeah, okay. Alright. Why do you say that? Dredge, leaving home, yeah, okay, that's fine. Why did you have to kill those men in the village? Well, they seemed angry. It's okay to ask. I am more worried about why you disappeared, actually.
Killing, whatever. What about you? Let's talk about you.
The Dredge are terrifying. Every time we have to fight them, I just want to run, but I don't want to kill a person. Please. Are you mad at me? I'm actually glad she doesn't want to, but as long as she knows it might at some point be necessary. Okay. Okay, she does. She would do it if she really had to, but do we have to? I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. I think you're doing a good job. Apart from the slaughter, you mean. Apart from that, it's been good so far. Okay.
It's interesting because it's another one of those things where you don't see it a lot in games that are normally quite bloodthirsty, and it's all about, you know, that the pointed blade or the, you know, continually fighting. To have a character who actively hangs back and is like, no, I do not agree with this, is really interesting, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is an interesting narrative, especially since she's clearly made a firm distinction between people and Dredge. Yeah. How are you doing, Odd?
That's not a nickname. Don't do that.
After I handed you the banner, I probably gave the wrong impression. My husband's still in and out of consciousness. It's harder than I thought it would be, just not knowing. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny, my father named me Oddleaf before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman, what does that even mean?
Still not as strong as a man, I guess. Like, yeah, all things considered, you're pretty tough.
I think it means you're going to be okay. That's not being strong, that's just being. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. Why does that feel so backwards? Well, it is backwards, that's the problem. That's why it feels that way. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. Okay, you asked me to come find you. It's about the banner. I've thought about it a long time. He asked me to give it to you if something happened. What would you have done if he hadn't asked you that? That's what I've been thinking about so much. It should be mine. I could carry it, but I thought about why he named you. They won't follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided.
Well, the interesting point, Macca, is that as a sort of collective of people who like to play games together, we very, very rarely opt for the violent choice. Like, unless our characters are really up against a wall, violence is something that I don't think really any of us reach for in a sort of as a first response to something. And it's interesting watching Ben play this game, because he particularly is somebody who will try and find some other route to solve a problem in a game than just bashing it. Though, I mean, in an Autumn Blues game, it's somewhat different. But generally, Ben is I'd say the least likely to punch in a situation than any of us, really. Well, maybe Luke as well. Luke's quite chatty and cocky, isn't he?
Yes. You see, I think... I'm not sure they would follow her, actually. But I would vouch for her if that would make a difference. This isn't the time for pretend.
Oh, harsh.
Yeah. Oh. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? And the first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us. I think this is what has to happen.
It's that old phrase, though, isn't it? Men lead and women inspire. Who said that? Was that Churchill? It was somebody awful.
That's a long list.
But I do think there is a certain amount of truth to it. Awkwardly. Maybe that's not the most feminist thing I'm ever going to say, but I think there's a truism to it.
It'll be safe with you and Let. Good. I know you're going to take care of her. I'm going to try.
Yeah, no.
It helps that she's now combat averse, except in extremis, so she's probably safer that way.
Yeah.
Morale improved. Good.
You see, also, we as players know that there are women who have led, famously, historical tribes like Boudica, Joan of Arc, people that we've talked about quite a lot then. It's not beyond the realm of history to have a woman lead, a nation, an army, a people in moments of extremity. Extreme times.
Small split in the trail. A few fighters stopped to speak with you. We recognise this place, spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them of what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. Yes, I'll see them off with extra supplies. Because if they warn them and those people decide to come back with them, we might get extra people as well. Never know.
But extra people with less supplies?
Sure. But people is good.
I'm enjoying your save the world approach to the game, Ben.
It's the only world I've got.
Well, yeah.
Oh, he's back again, is he? Raffensvarter's excessive drinking has resurfaced. He nearly set a supply wagon aflame. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Lansvarter's legs before leading him to you. This man drinks nothing but water from now on. Yes. Yeah, well, okay. If I do have to eventually punish him with, burning at the stake or something, then I will. But
well, you have to wonder as well, why is he drinking and what's he going to do instead of drinking to fill that hole that the booze is currently occupying.
Dread shouts a man from back. It's him again, Raffensvarter. This guy's starting to annoy me. He's standing.
Yeah, the Oregon Trailness of it is beautiful.
He screams again, pointing to trees in the distance. Fear races through the caravan. Scouts return with no sightings. Got to ready against Dredge just in case. Just because he's drunk, it doesn't necessarily mean he's wrong. Okay, it looks like the clan takes some justice in their own without
But he's
the
gone
intervening.
missing and nobody's looking for
Once
him.
a strong, thriving city, the walls of
Or maybe
Frostweather
hooray!
now just keep the howling winds at bay.
Maybe he's going to tell you he was
With
really,
luck,
really
they'll
ill
hold
and
out
then
against
post
dredge as
photographs
well.
of
Mm.
some sunny climb on his Facebook page while you're climbing the trail.
Now Frostvale, the Toll of the North. Is it really? Okay.
Again, spoilers.
You jostle through fallow crowds of sunken faces. I think they mean sallow, don't they? Anyway, who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostvale for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. This is not looking good. Why are so many people in the fields? I can't stay outside in the open like this. Hello, Odd. Nobody is being let into the city. It's overrun with Varl from Lotsbalka, Greyhorn, people from Bitra, all the nearby villages. The dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostfellow has locked himself in his great hall. That's why they closed the gates. When the dredge come, these hills will turn red. We do have to get in there. We're not laying low now. I either want to know more about what's going in or going over the walls. Let's see if we can find out what's going on first. Yep, let's start with that. Ivor can get the gate open. Let's see if there's another way before we start breaking down. I wasn't going to break it, just push really hard. I like Ivor. Especially because it turns out he's Ivor the engine.
He is Ivor the engine.
Right, let's see what's going on at the market. That doesn't look like a place to actually gather information. Rest. Gate. Gate it is, apparently. In the trodden bloody space in front of the doors, several pin-cushioned bodies lie unclaimed. Oh, that's not good. Let's start with finding out more from the crowd if we can. Huge stores of supplies that they're hoarding. Ivor seems confident. We'll try to push through the front gates.
Yeah, go
No,
on,
if
Ivor.
that's his
Ivor
plan,
knows.
then we're not doing that. Okay. We will try shouting to the guards. Okay. We will try something else. Gathering around the rest houses. So rest houses, can I get to that conversation by going to rest then? Could help the wounded. Settle in for the long haul, rest for a day. If there's something else to try. Those seem to be the only options. Alright, gate it is. Apparently we can't do that. Okay. Alright. What we could do is tend to the wounded, and we should probably do that anyway. The city has been sending carts with food around. Could be a way that's in. Next time they send a cart, we bring it back in. aside from leading to a fight, it would probably mean no more food for the refugees. Not if we win. If we win, it means we crack open the gate. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we killed Eggle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yes,
He died saving Alette.
He did not go well.
Oh, he died in a beautifully ironic fashion, in that Rook didn't think he was good enough for his daughter, and he literally died, proving him wrong. Oh, now you can marry her and put yourself together. But yes, Eggle, bless him. Right, I think you've got this. I do.
Not quite as confident as you are, but we will see. Okay. All right. Okay. That guy's not going to be able to get into a direct fight, is he? No, but what we can do is put him in the line of fire, so he's the most likely candidate for the next attack. Good stuff. We can bring this guy up here. Any chance of a 3? Thank you very much. The bigger danger is that one. Take the health down quite a lot, or that's only that. Let's do that. Can't reach him. Okay, sorry, my bad. So if we go to there, okay, fair enough. I guess so. Let's at least take the wind out of his sails.
Well, it was going to happen sooner or later, maybe. I don't know. I think, Murky, you might be holding Ben to slightly unfair standards, given that this is the first time he's played the game, and you have played it, 6 or 7 times? I think the first time you play anything, you're supposed to make mistakes and sort it up and experiment.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, I don't actually... I'm not necessarily entirely familiar with all of the consequences of the decisions I make at this stage.
No. No, and one of the joys of this game is, so something will happen, and then when the game ends, and then you get to the end of whatever iteration you're on, you're like, I wonder if that could have gone differently.
Yeah.
I spent quite a long time looking into whether or not I could save one of the characters, and it turns out he was always scripted to die. But I wasted a lot of time trying to save him, and I think that's the nice thing about the game, is that it rewards that kind of almost obsession, where you become really attached to somebody, and you're like, okay, no, I really have to save you this time. I really have to protect you.
Well, that's irritating. Odds down. Okay. All right. Let's get more sensible about this first. He's a vengeful sort, isn't he? Okay. He's not doing anything serious with the damage, is he? He's weakening. Can't get him into range of anyone, can I? That's... No, can't get him into range of anyone. Alright. Let's get him somewhere. Close, at least. I assume I can't actually launch an attack from there. No, I cannot. Okay. Let's at least trim him down a little bit.
music. I forget actually how good the music is. Because again, going back to Skyrim was notable for a number of things that we sort of take for granted now. But one of the things was a fully scored and written by professional composer who'd worked for them before. But the last time Jeremy Soule had done music for an Elder Scrolls game, it was sort of all synthesized and done in a one-person studio. So Skyrim was scored with a full choir and a full orchestra, and I believe it was one of the first games to do so. But it sort of set a new bar for the quality of music and how people expect to sort of engage with the music in games, because it is an important part of the game experience. And it's really interesting that this is only 2 years after Skyrim was released, and yet it has this expansive and really dynamic soundtrack that's so fitting for it, but also really lovely to listen to when you're not playing.
Yes, it is actually quite impressive, the music, I think.
I mean, especially given it is, again, just the 3-person studio who...
Yeah.
They did get a lot of money in crowdfunding. Yeah, it's...
Yep.
And again, it's that kind of stuff that we just take for granted now. Games have music. Almost all of them have a standalone soundtrack that you can download and enjoy.
Did you know that the very first video game to have music was Space Invaders?
Really?
Yeah.
I only remember going ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Yes, I mean the music wasn't what you'd call symphonic. I agree.
So what year was that then? Oh, I'm going to look it up now.
Oh, I don't know. Mid 70s, something like that. Early 70s.
1978. Wow. That's amazing.
This is far superior. Okay. So we can promote Mogan.
Hooray!
Good. Definitely.
Count Bradia.
And what do we think? Well, I'm tempted to say, given how vulnerable they seem to be, these two guys, let's
Ooh, contentious choice. Go for it.
let's do that. Now Hogan,
Logan, Brogan, Shogun. There must be more. Yoga.
do that, because that might help him. Okay. Odd needs some promoting, that's definitely right. And she's got a couple of points. She could definitely use some more health. And she's...
Health and strength. Don't forget they're the same thing in this game.
Yeah. Let's max her out on that, because that's potentially a good thing for her, I think. I think that's everybody... Oh, nope, sorry, missed a promote. Rook gets a promote as well.
All right. Yeah.
This guy...
And he's an interesting one, Rook. I never really knew what to do with him, to be honest.
We're going to give him some armour cracking.
You're all right there. You are all over this.
Because if he can stand back at range and hurt their armour, then he can force multiply everyone else. Okay, now we also have
I
15%
need...
dodge. Under the circumstances... Okay. Right. With that done... What's that?
Mm-hmm.
This is now the... we've climbed into the giant wooden guinea pig. Or rabbit, yep. I think it was. And, yeah, the guinea pig was plan B, wasn't it? Right, let's take a look around. Okay. All right. Six it is. Let's weaken the guy. Same again. Let's take some of the wind out of his sails.
So essentially, don't worry about percentages. I mean, I don't know that Ben's much of a min-maxer anyway, but I would have assumed anything around 65, 70 would be, you know, knowing how our education system grants 60% as a bare pass, 70% yes. as a solid pass, I would have gone for silver. Live fast, die young, that's how we do. Yes! Go on, Rook!
It's a good start.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you can do... Oh, I was going to say, before you commit to moving here, what you could do is look at when he moves next. And if you can put somebody next to him, then you wouldn't have to move her. Because every time you move an archer, they sort of get less useful.
Good point. Yes.
But don't worry about it. Because, you know, learning and growing. And that should be our mantra from Monday night streams. Learning and growing.
Yeah.
Laughing and pointing.
Also, to be fair, she's usually wounded, so she's used to it.
What a drama queen, that odd leaf. Blimey. Yeah. Get up, woman.
Okay. Yes, I think that's quite right, actually. You probably can walk it off.
She's like Jurgen Klinsmann, and that's the only football joke I'm ever going to make. But I might have to explain it to Ben. He was a German fella who used to fall on the ground a lot and claim a desperately injured knee to try and force a penalty. And then as soon as it wasn't given, he'd be like, no, I'm fine. Here I go. And then prove that he was completely fine the entire time. And he would do this over and over and over again.
I'm sorry, you're trying to convince me that Jurgen Klinsmann was German? With a name like Jurgen Klinsmann?
I'm sorry. I hate to disappoint you, but yeah, I think he was. Now I'm going to Google it because I doubt my own memory again.
Yes, he was German.
I know he was. So I didn't need to explain my terrible football joke either.
No. No, I'm
Thanks.
very familiar with Mr. Klinsmann. Yes, I occasionally watched him when he used to play for Spurs.
Oh, did he? Oh, God. That's annoying.
Well, there are many things annoying about him, but that's not the most annoying thing. I always found him particularly irritating when he scored for Germany. He was a particularly
always-
gifted striker.
It's quite irritating, yeah. That's annoying too. Ah, see, Big Boy's doing great. Hooray!
Couple more promotions is good. And we have picked up an injury. Or two.
Right. Good night's sleep, that'll be fine.
Yeah, as you rightly say, they just need to sleep it off.
Yeah, so
And
I wonder if there's more Sorry, go on, what were you
Well,
going
I'm
to say?
sort of hoping that once we've got through this bit, we'll have supplies and a place to sleep and all the rest. Hopefully. Yeah, letting ourselves in. I see that. I'm very impressed.
He looks like Willem Dafoe. Dead.
More people let him
Everybody
dead.
is dead, Dave.
You see, I'm not entirely convinced Ekel is in charge here. I think he's only in charge here if I tell him he can be.
Yes.
Yeah, you heard about the chieftain. Heard he's hiding out in the Great Hall. He's hiding out in a grave. Okay. As soon as they heard Dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one to the head. Oh, this is discouraging. We're in more danger here than out there. Okay, he was in charge. Apparently has the strength of a god. Yeah, he's known for that. You fight for me and to take back Frostvale.
Yeah, I think he's really... I don't know. It's like... Oh, what was the quote from the West Wing? You know what they call a leader without any people? A guy taking a walk. I think
Yeah.
he's a guy taking a walk.
There's no inherent benefit to fighting alone when there are people who are willing to fight alongside us, I don't think. So, we'll join him for now. Yeah, I hope we know what we're doing.
Yeah, but
Until
we've got
they sleep.
you. Yeah, big blonde boy. I wonder if the if they ever get any sleep at all, like the Val.
The Val, yeah.
They're just constantly like being run around by humans going, I'm sorry.
Pleased to see you're having the same problem I am with Val and Varga, though.
Yeah. And they are quite similar in disposition as well, I find.
Able to get about as many warriors from Strand as you wanted, and more weapons, extra supplies.
Oh, I like Moga.
This
Moga's
is
a
good.
dude.
Haken? Sorry, just tired. Go on, yeah.
Go on, you grumpy sod.
The governor gave us most of what we wanted. Good enough. Much resistance from the governor? Don't think he was happy about us buying his fighters using his own money. What would make him upset about that? He also insisted we take on a lackey of his, Eric. I think we actually fought alongside him once.
We did. Eric was the vain prince that nobody gave a shit about.
Yeah, he wasn't completely useless, though.
No. So what they're recapping is, because we've been with Rook and Alette for a little while, they're just recapping what happened before all of that.
Enough flapping of mouths, then. You sure that wound is healed? If something happens to the prince on a mission of peace, the alliance would rot, or worse. Okay.
Enough flapping your mouth.
Ludin makes his own call. Okay. Either take us through the wandering road or do your job and slaughter some dredge. Okay. Wandering road's not an option with this many. I could crush that boy's skull with one hand. Yeah, but that's could, right? Not I'm going to. Oh, don't let Ludin get to you. Sick of looking at this dump. What do I tell the warriors? It's time to rally them. We will cover the mountainside in dredge bodies. Okie dokie. Let's start here. Horatio? Yeah, I did. I knew him well. Ah, Wagner, different play. I remember him. I was rushing around with some important business, but I never knew him. Never got a chance to talk much. Longer than I did, in any case. Okay. When he spoke, Val listened. Well, that's because they didn't have good internet connections. There was nothing else to do but listen. I could use help there. Scrivener leans back. They respect you for your ability to swing an axe. They need to respect you for your actions. Okay. And Moga's got some skill there. Most I can do is hold a quill.
God, Ubin, why are you such a buzzkill? It's like the weight of history is on your shoulders.
I know what he's putting down in the journal, so I heard you were... Let's big up his ego. Do you know how old I am? Dare I ask? I'm competing, you know. Not composting, are you sure? Nobody knows how old Rival can get naturally. There's one by the name of Snorri. He's got a few years on me, just hunkers cross-eyed collecting rhyme. Bastard might actually beat me. Yeah. Just a delivery Ben for Gerunda now. Can't remember half what I've done. Hence the journal. Hence? Don't get fancy on my arm.
I love Haken. He's like so snitty.
Some of the Val in the caravan think the world's coming to an end. Others think it's the best thing that could happen. No more black months. I'll take it. If it's the end, I'm ready. Ah. Another banner. The Menders wove up something that writes its own history. You want my opinion? I don't trust it. I think there's some value in the narrow. Whose story does it write? Mine? Theirs? Ludin's? Gods forbid. Aye, relic. The gods have been dead a long time. Oh, have they? Old habits, I suppose. Okay. Alright.
I love that it says you consider what to say next and then you say all of the things anyway.
That's right. Yeah.
As it should be.
Of course. I'd ask how you're dealing with Ognir's death, but I already know the answer. Do you? Steady old Moga, which
drunk.
is good. I know most of these Val, but they're not under my command. They came to follow Ognir. Tell you the truth, I wouldn't want to be in your position either. Throw together this many Val, half of them want to hit each other, the rest want to be left alone. They sound like a perfectly organised military unit to me. Anyone I should keep an eye on? There's a couple of clan leaders. Okay. The new fighters aren't bad, but they're unruly. Few moaning about fighting for you. Okay. Ludin's men? I don't want to hear anything from me. Ludin's pet Val is named Bercy. Something he doesn't like about him. His girl in red is scary, Ursa. Okay.
Oh, we've met Ursa briefly.
Yeah.
We have briefly. She was the lady in Scarlet who was a bit of a gatekeeper.
She actually was... I didn't find her scary. I thought she might be quite useful.
She seems to command quite a lot of attention and respect.
Okay. Don't let her find out.
Huh.
Haven't you ever wanted to be in command? Any more rope and I'd hang myself. Yeah. At one point I had more rope. I hung myself. He's a very literal sort of Val, isn't he? Yeah.
He is.
Not interested in command. It's all yours. Excellent. You think we're not walking into a death trap? No, we should be alright. Things could get rough though. Okay. Who would have expected Wagner to drop like that? Well, I am wondering. I'm sure it surprised him even more than us. Yeah, I bet it did. Yep. Yes, I'm thinking exactly the same thing you are. You worry about not doing something stupid. That's asking a lot. What we're holding back, yeah, he's thinking that he might have been stabbed in the back, presumably, somehow.
Welcome, Kelly. How lovely to see you.
Kelly! Oh, thank you for joining us.
Kelly!
Horny dudes, indeed. But if you let me worry about it.
I sat through so many hours not saying those words. Well done for saying it for me.
Okay. Now, we don't have a rest option here because it's a sleepless night.
Just like to draw your attention to the numbers, which are looking unholy good. So you've got about, 750 people there? And 65 days worth of supplies, and they're looking terribly cheerful.
Yes, I think that's all quite good.
Yes, a good amount of renown. Looking, really good. Yeah, yes.
Yes, unfortunately here it looks like I don't get to rest and get the strength back for my wounded, because it's supposed to be a sleepless night, I think.
But you can camp as soon as you're on the road as well. But
yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to have to leave and then fight a battle. But before we do, I'm going to take a short break.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten the time. Yes, please.
because, such things are occasionally necessary. I'm so sorry to do this, Kelly, when you've only just arrived. I apologise for
It will
that.
only be literally 5-10 minutes at the most.
It's
Not
just,
even 10 minutes.
when you've got to go, you've got to go. I'm sure you know what I mean.
And what he means is go to the wine cellar to pick up a nice Merlot.
Exactly, or possibly another bottle of scotch.
Oh, God.
Yes, Kelly, that's exactly what happened. You have vanquished me. I will. We will return in just a few minutes.
Very
and,
short.
And you'll get to see me and hear Socks, which is
Hooray!
weird because occasionally I feel
Let's put
slightly
the
like
other way around.
I'm a
No, you
ventriloquist
don't want the other way.
puppet, and Socks is doing the operating. But
Do you know that's the coolest thing I've ever been told. Thank you.
well,
Ben's Puppet Master.
we shall take a very brief break. Back in about 5 minutes or so. Okay.
Bye.
See you in a moment. And we're back. Thank you for
Hello.
joining us, staying with us, or fast forwarding through that part if you're watching on VOD. Excellent. Right, so there is every chance we're about to be horribly brutalised, but we're going to find out now.
It's the worst that could happen. I mean, really. It's only the end of the world. It can only happen once.
That's true. That's true. In the hills more dredge, no more than a dozen though. We could just as easily pass by as rush up there to slaughter them.
I remember this, and I remember having a very, very clear, a very clear line. But I will tell you what my response was after you've made yours.
Okay, yep. We're definitely going to deal with it ourselves.
I went the other way. I was like, we have a specific purpose. Why look for trouble when we know we're going to find it eventually anyway? Strand has more people and more supplies. They can deal with it.
It's true, they can.
Plus, we've got Eric. I mean, come on. Eric! Yeah!
I can't use those guys. Okay. So, I don't actually have a strong problem with that being the order either.
No.
Okay. Punishes is for retaliating, okay. Where do I want him to be? I want to be there, I think. Okay. This guy well on the way to being ruined. That hurt. So did that. Okay. So let's start with taking this guy down.
Excuse me. Finished him. He does have a catwalk struck, that is true. He knows, he knows. Yeah, look at that. Oh, damn. I think, like me, your weakness in the fighting is archers. Because you bossed that one, and there were no archers in it.
Okay.
Banner victory!
Yes. Yes, well, we are the Red Banner fleet after all. Okay. Can we speak as equals?
Twice the size of you, so sure, go for it. Yeah. We can try.
Seems clear to me you plan to kill a lot of dredge along the way, am I right? You're not entirely wrong. Then listen carefully. Don't assume only the Val can fight. That's my banner we fly to Gruffheim. I insist on joining in battle.
Yeah, but you kind of suck, dude.
Alright. I expected more resistance from Wagner, maybe. Okay. Some sort of next of kin Vol thing? Don't you take on his responsibilities? Yes, but in my own way.
I'm so disappointed you didn't give it to
When you're nearly 200 years old. You better start, we'll both be kings someday.
I mean, you can almost feel the air quotes around the word kings, right?
Yeah.
Kings.
Okay, you've got some characters with high exertion. Don't overlook this important stat. Exertion lets you add more willpower to your actions.
Yes.
Okay.
But also remember, it needs to be recovered.
Yes.
So big advantage, but there's a big disadvantage
let's start
to it.
with the promotion while we're at it. Before I get lost on other things.
All these rabbit holes to fall down.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
So, alright. So, yes. Exertion is the green one, yes. Willpower we need to top up as well, of course, but also strength, armor, and abilities, sure. Alright. We've got... We probably should top that up with him, and the other thing I'm thinking about with him is to increase his armor. Okay, and we can promote Moga. Yes, please. Yes, I like those 2-star exertion things. Those are good. And I think for him, I'll go with that. Excellent. Okay, now I think that's... Eric gets a promotion. That's good.
Ah, go on, Eric. Pat, pat. Good boy.
It really is. Under the
I feel like
circumstances.
if this was a film, this is a joke that Chris and I have. Like, if this was a movie, he would be played by Skarsgård.
Yes.
There would
Yeah.
have to be a Skarsgård because, come on, I don't know which Skarsgård. I fancy it would be Bill because he's quite young.
Not Alexander, you think?
You don't get the grown-up Skarsgård. No. That comes in the sequel.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you also don't get the weird one who was Floki in Vikings. You don't get him. Gustav, I think his name is. You don't get Gustav. No.
Right. Okay.
Bill Skarsgård's all right.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Yeah,
their
not too
dad
bad.
could play one of the Val. Because he's all like big and kind of grumpy. Fun facts about the willpower and armor tutorials. Players in the beta ignored base stats so much, making the battles look like dregs of having a turn do percentage attacks, because they didn't care about armor, and exertion is basically the same. And also, this is a reminder about the willpower horn. Okay, well, let's try the willpower horn in the next battle, just for lulz.
Cool.
Just for Merca. We'll call it the Merca horn from now on. How about that, Merca?
Indeed.
I feel like this is the 11th or 12th time he's reminded us about the horn. No, it's like the 3rd, don't worry. Eric the Awful Skarsgård? How very dare you? That's an elite dynasty of highly qualified actors. Probably there was the answer. There's like, what, 111? 112 of them? I don't know.
Okay. So we're going to talk to Ursa, who doesn't want to talk to us. Why not?
And like, within the last month, Chris and I have discussed at length the Skarsgårds, and yet I still can't remember what we eventually found out about them.
Oh, okay. It's about the flaming arrows.
Hey, it's a lady!
Oh,
Huzzah! I vaguely remember there being something about why there's no female Val. And it's not like Entwives in Lord of the Rings. It's... I don't remember. I just think there weren't any. There were... Yeah.
Barbecued a bird, though, which is good. You do, though? I don't.
These two arguing is joy.
Yeah. Okay, so she refuses to confirm anything. You're his personal guard, of course. How'd you end up with looting luck? Okay. Until next time. Hacken.
He's had a fun,
so
and
be
off
careful.
she goes. No, it's fine, thank you. I think we've already missed the place where it was, but we can look it up. But also, I kind of want Ben, who is a writer in his own right, to cook up a theory about where all the Val wives have gone. So let's not ruin it for him just yet. He's going to say they were pickled in Merlot and lost in a cellar. There's a recurring theme here, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. You approach Bercy. He lowers the book he was reading. He can read?
No,
Well,
what it is he's doing a Dennis the Menace and he's cut eye holes into the pages and he's watching you.
Yeah, Hacken,
Oh,
we've got
look at him.
I had some questions. All right. What's a Val doing working for Ludin?
Excellent question.
What's a Val doing working for another Val? What difference does it make? He's got a point, actually. Do me a favour and don't get Ludin killed. Okay. Where'd you learn to fight?
See, impossibly, Bercy is even more sullen.
What fighting? You know what I mean. I robbed well-protected merchants for at least one man's lifetime. Not anymore? I've had a lot of jobs.
Ran out of merchants.
Yeah. Whose back will you have if things go wrong?
Yeah, Harkon.
I don't actually need to figure that out because you actually said, assume I'm looking out for myself, which kind of narrows it down a bit. Does Ludin understand that? Ludin doesn't even understand that half his army is here just to protect him from the people he talks to. Okay. You could join us.
See, you can always rely on the Val bonding and solving their differences over mocking humans.
He
Cheers,
does want
Kelly.
Ludin kept alive, though. Okay. So, for all of his potential consequences of other things, he certainly does want Ludin alive. So if I go here... Gunnulf needs 2 more days to heal. Not sure I can spare him 2, but I can probably do him 1 more. Morale seems to be doing a lot of declining. You overhear a conversation. I'm happy to stomp some slags as much as the next while, but I didn't join up to take orders from Haken, says one. Not willing to die for him either. Obviously not blindsiding you. I will make your presence known, but walk on. Yep. Fair enough. Okay. So we've got a group of merchants. We come to the Godstone ahead, leaving an offering to Dengler as one does. Does one? Okay. Dredge started appearing out of nowhere. Some of us stayed, thought the Godstone would be safe, but damned if I know why. We've been dodging them ever since we went. Let's find out if they've got anything to trade. Actually, I think we have enough, to be honest. Okay. Dredge know we're coming. Probably saw us back at Vedafell and did their usual lurking. Could have been bad if we'd plodded into them, but we saw them first. Dredge watch you waiting to see what you do. When's the last time you commanded a few hundred happen? Don't overthink it, the warriors can take care of themselves. Okay. When you come across more enemies than your party can handle, you'll engage in war. Give your army orders to fit the situation, but be prepared to get your own hands dirty too. By making battle easier for yourself, you'll end up with higher casualties, or you can take the burden on yourself with a harder battle that saves more lives. If you're ever desperately outnumbered, it may be best to run, avoiding battle completely. Fair enough. There must be at least 519 of them. You have 185 fighters and 466 well. So the 185 fighters are like human fighters.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Yeah. So in essence, we've got them fairly comprehensively outnumbered, but not by like vast numbers.
I do love the specificity of there must be at least 519 of them.
At least 519 of them.
At least.
Yeah.
It's like when they say in the news, I don't know, at least 1,312 people turned up. I was like, well, does that mean it's 5,313 people then?
My favourite one was the BBC's reporting of the Welsh elections, the Welsh Assembly elections.
Yeah.
And they said, this is obviously an important election, an area the size of Wales is affected.
Beautiful.
I thought that was fantastic. Okay. I don't know what it means by formations. with a relatively small advantage, charges. Careful, you should be able to. Yeah, alright. Let's do that. Ah, thank you, Merker.
Ooh, well, you have choices to make on that one because you've got more people than you have slots. Finally, it happens. You have to make a tough choice.
Okay.
I think that's
War. That was
what is it good for? Taking all your stuff. Say it again.
breaks an enemy's armor and punish them for retaliating.
Yes, the inhumanity of fighting for your life. How very dare you?
Or we just go for a straight attack. Let's
Crunch, crunch. The dredge, I think, makes some interesting sounds anyway.
Oh, that's irritating.
Ah, you're botanist. Clonk. Clonk is one of our favourite words on this channel, Merca.
Clonking is a good thing.
We do love a clonk. That, out of context, that's a weird one. Oh yeah, come on! Shing.
Not going to be quite enough, but it's going to be very good. So hopefully that will limit how much you can bring the pain to me.
He's living on a prayer, that guy. Oh! How did he manage that? Amazing. Go on, Eric. I promise I'll mock you marginally less for that. I think she might need to flee.
Maybe. Let's see if we can't make this one a bit more vulnerable.
Hark on, you psycho! Come on. I'm so excited by this fight, Ben. I think this is the best one you've done yet.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody was using the escape with their abilities really, really nicely. And you didn't kill Eric. I wouldn't have resisted. I'd be like, oh, use the horn! We didn't use the horn!
That's right, we didn't use the horn.
Next time, I promise. Next time.
The enemy's being pushed back all the way down the line.
Oh!
Oh, we're definitely going to pursue the advantage.
Nice. And use the horn.
Is it live? Can we do that now?
Try it. Statistically, the best fight you had.
Fantastic. Right.
I will say, you've killed the most number of enemies, and there was some big dredge in there as well. Not the little tiny boys, the big ones were there too.
Yeah.
Kelly, you do like your play-by-play narratives, though. It's not the same without you giving up the commentary for like a wrestling match. Oh.
Okay. Chip them down a bit. Not an enormous amount of damage being done, but let's chip it away, make it a bit more vulnerable. Oh, that looked like it hurt.
He walked away from Eric. Yeah. I would say that Archon's got the big attack coming up. Use the horn though. Use the horn.
This way. That's going to really trim down a bit. So yeah, one at a time, I think. This guy's not going to do a lot of damage, is he? But worth knocking the armor down a little bit.
Yeah.
You've still got a fair amount of clout, but he didn't make the best use of it. Now I think he may be in real trouble.
I honestly can't believe Eric's still alive.
Alive and thriving.
Bam!
And I don't know exactly what it's useful for, you understand, yet.
Look at how many kills you got there. Amazing. Loads of renown. Ben, you bossed it. Right? Yeah.
Well, I have no scale against which to measure it, if that makes sense. Because I've never played this before, so I have no idea if I'm doing brilliantly or terribly.
Well, you're getting the feel for it now. You're getting that instinctive reach that you get after a while of playing a thing. Do you know what I mean?
I think I'm learning a little bit better how to make use of the stuff. Okay. Good use of being pointed, yeah.
Well, Kelly, thank you. I love Kelly. She always manages to bring it down to my level where I'm comfortable. And I'm trying so hard to behave on our Monday night streams, and Kelly's just making it so difficult. Thanks, Kels.
1,000 or more dredge.
This will be a bigger fight than usual.
By far the biggest I've seen, yeah.
993, I think.
Closing to a larger army is dumb. That's just bad strategy. If we can draw some of them out and split them. Okay. All right, we'll give it a shot.
I do enjoy the notion of one small skirmish becomes representative of the entire battle. I think that's quite
Well, of course it does.
Right, so look, you've got Bercy, who you could swap in, because you've got a couple of injured people there.
I have, and Ludin is only first level.
Mm. And human, and will get pissy because he's not fighting, but I think he's proved why he shouldn't, to be honest.
Yeah. Bercy wants me to keep Ludin safe, so that's reasonable. But all I've got then...
Gunoff. How bad is Gunoff, though? I mean, nice.
He's 3 days down, isn't he? Or 3 days weak. Okay, I'm following Bercy's wishes. We're going to try that.
Bercy the beard. That's why Harkon doesn't like him. Harkon can't grow a beard. Got a good moustache going on, but as soon as it comes out of his chin, it goes in all kinds of directions. So he, like, Harkon is the lover of the 5 o'clock shadow, whereas Bercy's like the full affair. It's like the two sides of your personality, Ben.
Oh, exactly that, yes.
Sean. Yes.
It's the only thing it can be.
Yeah, go on. Clonk.
Chip his armour away a bit. Oh, excellent. This guy we will... Okay. Well, if you insist.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, let's go for the big fella here. Not much left.
Don't forget your horn.
Okay. Close him out.
Nice.
Not what I can do with him, but
You can rest him and have him recover a bit of willpower.
we can do that, just in case. I'm hopeful we won't actually need him one turn. We can do that guy.
I do feel we've sort of propped him up on a bar stool and tied his feet. Told him to hang on for a bit.
Damn it.
Nice. Pillage! Horn.
Right to box. Yep, still no lethal use for this guy. You can't put him to the front, you can. No, you cannot.
Yeah, I didn't want to say positioning, but yeah, you could have put the other guy like Hakon around the back of him so Berser could get in from the side there.
Yeah, I shouldn't need him with any luck.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I think this time I'm going to pull back.
I was going to say, how much more of your luck? How much more of your luck do you wish to press?
Yeah, I mean, we've taken a little bit of a beating now.
Yeah. But, I mean, look at that solid result again. Well done.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't ideal by any means, but it wasn't catastrophic either.
But on the back of two already big fights, well, one big fight that you then turned into a bigger fight, that was a solid result.
It's honestly amazing. Don't care about percent. Never tell me the odds, as a wise man once said.
He does not care about the percentage. Gris.
Okay.
Oh, look. He's all in love now. Happy Val. Let me join your guard. I feel like he sounds like Hugh. Let me join your guard and fight at your side. Pay him in curly cubes.
Okay.
Take a camp now if you want to. Oops. I used to camp as soon as I got into that screen, almost every time.
Oh, we've got to.
It didn't say that there was anybody in the village. It didn't say it was empty either.
No, it just said there was noise coming from it. Okay, I want to try holding them off, see what that looks like.
Okay.
Genuinely have no clue what that's going to look like, but okay.
Now look, you've got Grist now as well.
Yeah, so
you won him over.
I'm out.
Yeah, take out the Skarsgård. Sorry. I think there is an Eric Skarsgård. I feel like inevitably somebody from Sweden, in a dynastic family, has to have an Eric in it.
Okay. Right. Promote logo. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Now what can we do with him? He's a bit light there, I think. Okay. Wow. He's expensive to promote. Let's see. Yeah. At least he's relatively cheap to promote.
Don't say that to his face. Bless him.
Okay. We're carrying a wounded Eric, but everyone else is at least healthy.
So, pawn, positioning, turn order. I think that's your weakness now, is you're not looking at what comes after you, so you're not able to plan for the rest of the round.
I see what
but
you mean.
I think if you do that and sort of consider where you're placing somebody with regards to who's going to come after them, I think you've got it cracked. Honestly, I think you're there.
Okay, they're kind of in the lines, aren't they? It doesn't appear I'm allowed to move these guys, they're actually in the lines. So, let's go and do some slaughtering.
Your confidence. Go on.
Well, we're
I'll
going to
kill you all.
do most of this guy with the first hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gone to Clonk Eric. Rude.
Most of this guy. That's a good hit.
He's done. Fiddles.
This guy? No, probably not. Yeah, we want that guy, I think.
Merca's got skills you hadn't considered. That's all it is, Merca. And it's got a special relationship with him.
Wow. Nope. Just wondering if
What you could do is you could try and bring them into a line, sort of almost with your archer. So retreat your front two, leave Bursty to bring up the rear, and then just move those remaining two along towards you, if that makes sense. Because also, that way, if you have them upset, because they're all 2 by 2, you only need to overlap them by 1 square. So you could technically have 2 Varl on 1 dredge, if you're able to position yourselves correctly. If that, I mean, I don't know if I'm making sense.
that's an option.
So is killing that
Or
dude,
if I kill
though.
that guy,
Then we went to pillage, and it
that
doesn't
changes
matter.
the turn order anyway.
Yes.
So now I don't have to worry about him getting lots and lots of goes.
No.
And if I weaken
And
him,
actually, he's not going to get another go. You're going to kill him before he gets another turn.
I'm not certain. He had a lot of health to begin with.
A lot of armor.
With any luck, he's going to be quite a lot weaker after these guys are through with him.
Move the guy one more. Oh, it's too late. Okay. Oh no, you're fine. Yeah. It's just so Eric can get a stab in too.
We can get her within range. She's not exactly going to be all that effective, but we might as well take her.
But also there, she's going to be protected. He's not going to be able to get to her.
So let's at least, knock him down just a bit. Yeah, that's done him.
See? He did do percentages that time, Merca.
Yeah.
And they were really high. It's not that he doesn't do the percentages, it's that he doesn't read the math. Ooh.
Yeah, I get what you mean, Merkler, because when they're down to low strength, they're much less scary. No,
Yeah.
we're not gonna. We're gonna pull back again.
Yeah.
horses.
Yes, I would say as soon as you can, because also you've got a good amount of supplies. I mean, 78 supplies. You can afford to do the whole 3 days.
I think that's
I
probably
would
sensible.
say. Yeah. And then the morale. Look, the morale is super high.
How many
Everybody's
people have I got
fine.
wounded or whatever? I just need one more day, don't I? That's fine. And then
One more
yeah, and
day.
that will get 3 people back to full health.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah, when you have lots of supplies like that, there's no reason not to, really. Plus, their morale is really high, so you'll be getting better percentages, and just things will be looking a little bit better.
We took a bit of a hit by choosing that defensive mode in the last battle.
Yeah.
That cost us Varl and fighters that I didn't want to spend. So we won't be doing that again unless the numbers are really up against us.
Yeah, and I mean, every now and again you've got to take a sort of gratuitous fight just to, get those promotions continuing. Like, just get them rolling on, get the renown in. But constantly pressing the advantage is just going to deplete you super fast.
Yeah. Now, as I understand it, going to camp automatically saves progress as well. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, then in that case, this I think will be a good time to take to call it a night, basically.
Yes.
Thank you very much to everybody who has who's come along. It's lovely to see you again, Merca. I hope I'm not messing it up too much for you. and
I hope you are.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Cold Frog. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you guys along, and of course, thank you to Socks for
thanks,
guiding
Bucky.
me through once more.
I don't think I did. I think, honestly, you're pretty much autonomous on it now. I think you got it. I'm just throwing in useful reminders from time to time. Oh, yeah, you did. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry, Merca, and I hope the weather's lovely in Romania.
Thank you for joining us, though, all the same, even at 3:40 in the morning.
Yes, thank you very much, and for being such a trooper to stay up so late with us. So just one thing to say before we go tonight, which is on Friday we're continuing our Traveller campaign for the first time in a little while.
Is Stefan ever going to get off that cliff?
It's looking unlikely, isn't it?
Cliffhanger for Stefan.
So that's what we're doing on Friday, 11 o'clock UK time. That's 1 a.m. Romanian time, just in case you're interested. For no reason whatsoever, just thought I'd translate it into Romanian time. And on Saturday we are doing our... Well, the only thing I know about it, other than the fact it's being run by the other 2 boys from the Baltic Star, so obviously it's going to be slightly inferior than if I'd done it, but they are putting on a tabletop role-playing game based on the classic comedy Allo Allo, which I think we all have very fond memories of from our youth, and probably as far as Ewan is concerned, it must be... Most
people here are not as old as us.
Yeah, it amazes me that Ewan has ever heard of Allo Allo, to be honest. But yes, so that's what we're doing on Saturday night at 11. So Friday night Traveller, Saturday night Allo Allo, and other than that, the next time I will see you on stream is next Monday, when we'll be back doing some more Banner Saga. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us. Thank you, Socks.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend and see you soon. Well, have a great week, I suppose. Bye.